Hi, fans of high-quality entertainment. Did you miss me? Oh. Anyway, I've got some exciting news, at least for me, to tell you about. An upcoming interview with someone. And I also want to show you a couple, two CDs. One I've talked about, but I haven't shown, and one I just got today, but haven't listened to yet. And, of course, I want to talk about YouTube's Ed Bassmaster. You might have seen some photos either on my Facebook or Instagram or community, but at the end of this video, you'll see more clips of Ed Bassmaster doing some of his crazy characters. I almost forgot the poster. Yeah, so he did the characters Chip Diamond, he did Skippy, and he did Ed Bassmaster. He came out as himself at first, and then Mumbles. And he was hilarious, as you will see in the clips. So there's the poster, and he signed it. Here's his characters. Yeah, his YouTube channel, he started it up just a few months after I did, so we've known each other for almost 20 years. As you can see here, 20 years, psh, which is what one of his characters always does. Yeah, Chip Diamond. And Chip Diamond tried to steal my girl Molly, and I was not impressed, as you will see. There's a picture, a little bit of a video there. So, I just want to say that Ed is a super sweet guy, and he wanted to meet me and Molly before the show, and then we had we paid for everything. He was actually gonna let us in for free, but I want to support him and all that on his comedy tour, so I paid the big bucks. One thing I asked him was if there was a difference between the Canadian and American audiences, for stand-up. He's just started his tour here in Canada, and he said there is a difference. Canadian, well, he'd only played in Hamilton, Ontario, so he was just comparing it to that. And he said they're a lot quieter, and even one guy, he was sitting there all the time during the show, like that, not really laughing. And then at the end of the show, he's talking to Ed, and he says, "That's the funniest show I've ever seen." Yeah, and and then when we got the signed poster and pictures and everything, he said to me, because I do have his phone number. He said, "Hit me up anytime." But he meant it. Like Molly said, he wouldn't say that if he didn't mean it, right? So, and I'm not going to maybe at Christmas I'll phone him and say, "Merry Christmas, Ed. Remember me? Your #1 fan." But it just shows you he never forgot about the little guys. Yeah, because his channel, I think, it's closing in on 1 billion total views. And his one video, if you haven't seen it, it's called "Look at This Car." It has over 44 million views. So anyway, if Ed Bassmaster is ever around your area, go see him. And Molly also got a poster, of course, signed. So that's enough about Ed Bassmaster, but like I said, stay, hopefully watch the whole video. Exciting news coming up, and at the end there's pictures and more video that nobody has seen yet of Ed Bassmaster. And yeah, the crowd, I think, from what Ed was saying, about the crowd being quiet, when he played in London, Ontario, everybody was laughing, or mostly everybody was laughing. There's always one stick in the mud there. Okay, so just letting you know, this CD, Bob Dylan Save. Boom, Dylan. Bob Dylan's, my favorite Bob Dylan album is Slow Train Coming, which I bought, in 1979. Loved it right away. So when this came out in 1980, I was so excited and so disappointed in it. But, listening to album reviews and Taste Like Music, they're doing this series on Bob Dylan. And, they actually like this more than Slow Train Coming. Although, between the two, I love Slow Train Coming. It's still number one. But this is a great album. And I just, I guess at the time, I wasn't ready to be saved. We're coming up to the exciting news about an interview. Just stay tuned. One more thing to show you. This is a band that I've loved since the early 70s. In fact, they were the first band I ever saw in concert when they opened up for King Crimson. And this is a 50th anniversary remastered and expanded edition, including previously unreleased bonus tracks. Golden Earring Switch. This was the follow-up to Moontan, which had Radar Love. And I do remember when I first bought this in 1975, I was disappointed in it because it was a little different than Moontan. But it has become, and I've got other Golden Earring albums, but this has become one of my all-time favorite albums. And I can't wait to listen to the remastered and expanded edition. I know one of my viewers, Marvin, is a big Golden Earring fan also, and he loves this album also. They're just a very underrated band. Comes with a booklet, and it comes with a CD. Wow. And they are one of the longest running bands, like with the same members, I think for over 50 years, or close to it. Anyway, check out Switch by Golden Earring, and maybe you won't connect with it right away, but give it, 2 or 3 spins, and you just might. I know in one of the CD exchanges, Glenn Kellaway actually really liked the album. Now for the big news of an interview. I've had the honor of interviewing Brian Ray, Paul McCartney's guitarist. I've had the honor of interviewing Mark Farner 2 times. Of course, the lead singer, guitarist for Grand Funk Railroad back in the day. And now, I'm not going to say the date, but it's going to be sometime in the next couple weeks or so. I am going to be interviewing a member of this band and also this band. Can you guess who it is? I'll wait until you leave the comment below. That's right, Richie. I need to practice his name. Let me know if I'm saying it right. Richie Castellano. Castellano. Yeah, I reached out to him. Didn't hear back. I actually kind of forgot about it. And then about 5 days later, he messaged me back. And he's all for a interview. I'm going to be promoting this excellent album I just got recently. John Anderson and the Band Geeks. He plays the bass and vocals, and this I am so impressed with this band. And there's Richie right there, and there's somebody named John Anderson. So I'll be promoting this fine live album. And of course, the excellent album with John Anderson, the studio album, True. And then here's my... And we're going to talk about Blue Oyster Cult, of course, because they're one of my all-time favorite bands, as you can see. I'm going to talk to him about his musical influences. And if you have any questions for Richie, leave them in the comment section below. And I might, I'm not guaranteeing, but if it's a good enough question, I might use it and just let Richie know that it's my question. And then of course the box set here with all of their Columbia Records albums. And that is it. So here is the clips, photos, and some video of Ed Bassmaster when he played in London, Ontario. And Molly and I, we laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed. Bye.
Look up, Canada! Hard to fucking do! I can picture Park. Let me get some Malt Licky Texas shit right there. What's up, man? Can't go check Canada's the nicest day I've been to. Go check my bones on sucking on my peony needle. True, right there in the parking lot, man. I tell you, I charge 6 feet down low, the cops coming through. Amen. I tell you one time, everybody come up here to see me one first time in Canada, man. One of these guys both here was driving on my I knew I was doing for you guys. No, I fucking love you. Okay? Oh, it's filming. Look at that. Oh, sneaky. I'll go to Texas from Malt Licky, Texas. Spend number Charles driving up there on the East Coast when they want to have some food to pass the time, right? What are you going to do? So I said with a bright idea, because I'm smart. I came home 19, she was in college. She said, "Won't I teach you more? Get that book on the sexual black chick." I do my own thing. Do my own thing.
That's video.
Video, leave it on video. That's photo. Sure.
That's mine. Is that yours? That's mine. That's awesome.
Some more. Got a bunch.
Looks like you won that one.